Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. It is great to have you, and if you are new here, my name is Sherry and I hope you'll be back. I thought it would be a good idea to give you guys some tips on how to take good pictures and how to pose in those photos so that you always get a good photo. There's a couple of things to keep in mind when you are taking photos, whether you are taking them yourself or if someone is photographing them for you. There are some similar tips to keep in mind and they're specific to both of those scenarios. So to begin with, first of all, you want light of some sort. So natural lighting is obviously the best lighting. Put yourself up in front of a window where the light is shining in. You never want to turn away from the light or have the light coming directly over you. So, when it comes to natural light, not all natural light is flattering. Say you're outside and it's sunny and the sun is completely over you in the sky, it's going to cast shadows down on your face and it's not going to give you a very flattering photo. You want to make sure the light is hitting you. So golden hour is always a good time to shoot, super early in the morning, and then overcast is actually great lighting because it's just a very everything's well lit up and it's smooth and the light is usually pretty even. So overcast is sometimes the best lighting when you're actually shooting. So light is so important. You want to make sure the light is on your face. And it's just knowing your angles, it's knowing where the light hits, how it looks when you look at a photo. So, practice, have your phone out in front of you, just, move the camera around your phone and just move your face around so that you can see where the light is hitting, if there's any shadows, what your best angle is. So you just want to practice, what your features are doing when there's light hitting it. Or, whatever you put towards the camera is going to look big. So if you go like that, your chin's going to look huge. So you just want to keep in mind what your angles are doing and what is the most flattering. So play around with what your face is doing. So another tip to taking a great photo for yourself, especially if you're doing like a self-timer, is give yourself a few seconds. So I always give myself 10 seconds to kind of move around all, give myself some time to figure out what I'm trying to do and just play around, and sometimes more candid shots for a better photo rather than you want to keep everything moving, keep it interesting, just kind of play around with, what looks good. So kind of just move around, do different things with your arms and your face, and, always keep moving. And that kind of goes into how to take a great photo if you are shooting with a photographer. You might hear this if you watched like America's Next Top Model. Always keep moving. Give them something new to capture. So that's like angling your face around, moving your eyes, doing things with your hands, and you want to make sure it's looking good, but give them variety, but just know how your features are looking. If you go like this, you're gonna have huge elbows, but if you do something like this, it looks a little bit, nicer. So you want to give them variety, and obviously you're giving yourself these photos too. So you want to just keep changing it up. Going along with the whole moving around thing, you want to, play with your clothing, spin around, kick your leg out or behind you. Keep your body kind of in a fluid motion so it doesn't look so, you don't want to look like a robot. And, you want to, laugh or smile, or if someone's telling a joke, that always helps because you get like a really candid, genuine, beautiful smile. And, a forced smile is definitely something that's like scary, you know, so you want to keep it fun, natural. So that means, you know, moving around, pick up a flower, put it in your ear, or bring props with you. You know, many times I brought like sunglasses or an umbrella or anything. You could, you know, bring a coffee cup with you and, you know, sit down and look like you're drinking something. You know, people like when you bring things into the photo and you keep it interactive but real looking, and it just makes you look more like a real person who has an interesting life. And honestly, that's why people are on Instagram. Next, your eyes. This is the seller. This is the seller too, but your eyes are so important. You can have dead eyes, and then you can have eyes that tell a story, you know what I mean? And this also goes back to, you know, Tyra Banks. Is anyone rewatching America's Next Top Model on Hulu right now? Because your girl's been doing that during quarantine. But she says to smize, and that's basically smile with your eyes. So, you know, eyes are going to go right through the camera and they are going to make or break that shot. What I always like to do, and this is a good trick if it's like really sunny out and you're squinting a lot, you know, right before the shot, or just try to, you know, close your eyes and then open them, but keep it soft, you know, so that always, you know, gives you a great shot because it's fresh. You know, you're looking directly at the camera, and your eyes need to look alive. You don't want them to look dead. And you know, keeping your face soft, but not like resting bitch face. You don't want that because you just like mean and scary, you know, you can look serious, but keep your features raised and your eyes very intense, you know, and it can be soft and it can be cute, but just like I said before, play around with your angles and your facial expressions and just figure out what looks good, and just after a while that will come off on camera. So with props, those are a great thing to use. I like to use like a chair or a bench or steps, things that can give your body some levels and can also accentuate, you know, your shape. So, you know, if you're sitting in a chair, you can kind of move your body around and your legs can go, you know, out to the side, and your body is usually facing towards the camera. You can lean your head back, you can play with your hair, you can kick your leg up onto something, you know, it gives you so much variety. And when you're taking photos, you want photos that have variety. You don't want to keep seeing the same thing over and over and just pick the best one, because that's no fun. So definitely using props, like if you're doing studio work too, and it's just like you don't know how to keep it flowing and you don't know how to keep changing up the looks. You can, you know, go from standing, get some shots like that, 3/4 body, head shots, and then, you know, move it to a prop, you know, bring a stool in there or a chair or a bench. You could put your leg up. This gives you a great shape and it doesn't make you look so flat or just shapeless. You always want to over accentuate your features, but do it in a nice natural way, like pushing your butt out more to accentuate that curve. You know, shoulders back so it elongates you and your neck looks long. And you know, you don't want to cut your features off, because if you're like this, it's just going to be like nothing there. You want, you know, to be forward, but you want to turn your body, your lower half on an angle so you can really see the curves. When you're working with clothing, obviously you have to work with what you have. So that means, you know, cinching in the waist. If you have like a cardigan on or a flowy dress, you know, try to create that shape using what you know, your features. You know, you can, if you have accessories, use those to your advantage. Like I said, you know, if you have sunglasses, you could have them looking down or up on your head or like off to the side and kind of like, you know, look playful and cute. If you have a purse, you can, you know, kind of pull on it or take it off and kind of look like you're swinging around, like you're moving and you have somewhere to go. Just keep things fun and keep things moving, and use the clothing to your advantage. You know, if you have jeans on, sometimes I like to put my thumb in a loop or a pocket and kind of just, you know, give some attitude with that, or, you know, put my hand back, you know, back here and kind of push my butt out and give it more shape like that. I hope these tips were helpful for you, and if you are taking your own photos, just know that you can just keep practicing till you get it right. You know, practice makes perfect, and yeah, just play around with, you know, light and your angles and what looks good, and, you know, try to keep, you know, change it up, keep it interesting. And, you know, when you're going on photo shoots, just give the photographer a variety of things to work with, and just keep your body moving and just know what is being captured. So, you know, constantly be aware of your angles and your body, and you won't go wrong. So that is it, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until I see you in my next video, bye!